Welcome back. It's time for us to take our nutrition segment this Wednesday morning. Dr. Jesupelumi O Adenihun is back. Dr. JP, visionary leader, clinical practice, nutrition, health management, and health tech. She has a degree from the College of Medicine, Unilag, and proven to be a driving force in the advancement of healthcare in Africa. Today's nutrition topic is practical tips, a guide to creating and sticking to a nutritious meal plan. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Titi. Good morning.
So, Dr. JP, you literally wrote the book on meal plans.
Yes.
She has a book on this as well, which is why I feel like you are one of the best people to talk about on this, or rather talk to on this. A meal plan feels very Western, feels very Oyinbo-like. Like, really, you want to plan what I'm going to eat. Isn't it how I feel that I should, what I feel like eating, I should be eating? Like, today I feel like a bah. I can add some veggies on it, but why can't I just eat what I like when I like?
Okay, so first of all, I want us to know that a meal plan is not a rigid plan to go by.
Okay.
It's not something to put you in a box or something to make your life boring. Because most times when people have a meal plan, what they immediately think of is, oh, you're about to make my eating, like, very regimented and very boring. But it's not westernized. I mean, there's usually a quote that we all say. We say that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay. So that's the same thing as well with even how we eat. So if you don't plan your meals, I mean, look at it as a tool that would actually aid you to eat better or eat healthier. And there are numerous benefits, I mean, to having a meal plan. So it really is not a Western culture. I mean, for some of us, when we were growing up, I remember for myself, I mean, there was a paper on the fridge that was stuck there, and we had things that we're going to, it's just so that it doesn't become cumbersome to know what we're going to have next. So meal plans are actually great to have.
So I used to think of meal plans as something to help prevent argument in the house. Like, no, we're cooking rice today. No, we're cooking noodles. No, we want spag. If there's a printout on your fridge, like you said, it just feels like there's less argument. Okay, this is what we're eating. We all agree. But now we added the term nutritious to our meal plans. And that's where it becomes a little bit more technical. So what is a nutritious meal plan example you can give us? Okay.
So now when you're having a meal plan, even when we started talking about different aspects of nutrition, there's something we had said in one of our series, and we talked about being aware. So that place of awareness of your health state, the health risks that you have, and then even the status or the phase of life that you are in. And one thing with meal plan is you can always start from where you are or with what you have and then build on that. So for example, someone that has a high level of cholesterol, then you know that whatever meal plan you're drafting or whatever meal plan that person has would include meals that would help to reduce the levels of cholesterol. Take another example, someone maybe who has a risk of diabetes. So you've just noticed the pattern of having diabetes in the family. Then you start to be conscious and be aware that, okay, so that means I have to, start to take note of the things that I'm eating. And then you can create a meal plan to help you guide on that journey or on that part. So yes, a nutritious meal plan is one that you need for your own state, for your own phase, and that would even serve you better with what you have.
Okay. All right. So the myth out there is that eating healthy is expensive. In today's economy, it's been challenging for people to even get the staples. And when I say the staples, I mean a good quality rice. I'm talking about the nicest of meats, proteins. People are avoiding buying them. I had a discussion in our office yesterday where people are sticking with round fish and pomo because that's what will make the pot look full. If you buy the same amount of round fish as you buy in beef, the family might not all get a piece of that beef, for instance. So now you're saying meal plan. How do we plan a meal around our budget?
Okay, so this is also something that we'll be looking at in a summit that is coming up next month, right? The Pan-African Nutrition and Health Summit. And just to see how we can maximize the foods that we have and then help it serve our purpose. So I'm not denying the fact that there's been an inflation on the cost of food and then even on the healthy options that are available.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's important to identify where you are and what you have, and then see how you can maximize that. So that may now require you saying, okay, you're speaking to your nutritionist and then asking questions, or your nutrition coach or your physician, and then asking questions like, what are the things that you can make available or you can afford to eat right now in the best possible state? And then the other thing is now alternatives. So, you know, there's something about how you become creative when there are less options. So you now start to say, okay, what are the healthier alternatives that I can also start to consider? I mean, yesterday was funny. I was just thinking of how now we're tilting towards plant-based protein a lot. And then we used to say, or when I was growing up, at the point I just stopped liking beans because I felt, I mean, this meal is very boring. But now we see that beans, lentils, they're actually great meals. They're great meals to have. Even though they contain carbohydrate, they also contain some form of protein. Yeah. So starting to look at the other alternatives that are, you know, available. So the people want to consider tofu, don't want to consider soybean, things like that. So again, it goes back to saying, okay, are you willing to ask questions or to explore and then open up yourself to options that are...
So you just mentioned soybeans, you just mentioned lentils. I know that these things are available in the market, but they're not as accessible as the normal brown beans, oloyi, and soy just feels like something, I'm going to say Western. It doesn't feel like something connected with our culture. Even though a lot of people like soy milk now, soy drinks, soy-based drinks. In the markets, have you done any feasibility studies regarding costing? Because I feel like in terms of quantity, the amount I can get in lentils won't be as much as what I can get
when you get the regular
honey beans.
Yeah, so sometimes that may be the case or maybe the scenario. But now a solution that people have also come up with, like the food entrepreneurs, is to say that they bulk buy and then they split across those who are interested. And usually when you're even, you know, planning a meal, that's also benefit that you get, saving cost in terms of even the amount that you're spending on the particular food. So when you know that, okay, these are the meals that I'm going to have, and then you say, oh, from my community supplier, you know, I'm getting this at a better price as to when I'm getting it on my own. So yes, they are available, and there's still the challenge of the access, but that is also improving, even with the media awareness, and then with people saying, okay, we're coming out with those products, like we actually have this product available, and then people can, you know, get access to them. So
I actually know of a community where we actually buy vegetables and someone cuts mixed veg. I'm talking carrots, sweet corn, peas, and what's the last one?
Cabbage?
No, in the mix that you can freeze. I'm talking about the mixed veg packs that we used to buy,
so green peas,
that were branded. So now you have green peas, sweet corn, carrots, and there's one other thing that's added to it. I can't remember now. But it's, you know, just steamed a little and then frozen and then distributed amongst all of us. It does seem like a lot of work. It does seem like a lot of work that people are a little distracted by. But I know that eventually with time, people will get on that train.
Yeah, but that's a solution. Yeah, that's a good solution for chopping it and then just handing it over to you. Just refrigerate
freezing.
And good.
Dr. JP, it's always great having you in the building.
Same here.